The importance of manufacturing to any economy in Africa cannot be underestimated. And if Botswana is to propel its economic growth even further, it needs to start producing more goods and aggressively marketing them. During the next 15 minutes, we will take an in-depth look at Botswana's investment proposition to manufacturers. My name is Penyo Moroka, and welcome to Doing Business in Botswana. Currently, manufacturing contributes just 7% to the country's GDP. Botswana's government is looking to a manufacturing sector which brings in close to a quarter of the GDP. This goal has guided industrial policy over the past decade. But how can government persuade private sector to invest in this country?
If you were to come here and to produce, we will favor you more than if you were to come here and just retail. So the focus of government is in manufacturing, because if you manufacture, if you come and come up with companies that will industrialize this nation, then it makes logical sense for us to focus on you more than if you just come and sell commodities from elsewhere, because there is no direct benefit to the economy. I think it would be remiss of us as government if we could just encourage creation of jobs in other destinations other than creation of jobs. Therefore, we give you security to say, you come and produce, you spend your money, we will support you. We will buy from you, the nation will buy from you, and that is the only way you can grow, and then you can then look at exporting as well. We also say it doesn't make sense for anyone to just come and focus on the local market because it is small. But we have made arrangements through the market access agreements to facilitate for anyone to come and produce here with a view to supply the local market and then supply the external market.
Located 60 kilometers south of the capital, Gaborone, is a mid-sized town called Lobatse. This area is synonymous with cattle farming and the beef industry. However, one company is breaking tradition and taking advantage of the government's drive to upgrade water and sanitation facilities around the country. Flowtech manufactures PVC pipes and is fast eliminating the government's need to import these products from elsewhere in Africa. The company has grown into one of the top 3 exporters of PVC pipes in Southern Africa.
Flowtech was established in 1998 by me with one machine in Lobatse. And yes, we are a manufacturer of PVC pipes and polyethylene tanks. The motivation of investing in Botswana is mainly because we have been here last 30 years. I came to Gaborone in 1983 when Gaborone was a small village, and I've seen it growing. So since we have been living in Botswana, we started in manufacturing in Botswana. But when we did the market research for this project in 1998, we realized that government was going on a major upgradation of water and sanitation. And that market research told us that there is a potential for PVC pipe manufacturing in the country. I think we have done extremely well. We started this industry with a very humble start of one machine and 15 employees. Today we have 8 manufacturing lines that produces from 20 millimeter diameter pipe to 500 millimeter diameter pipe. And we also do various types of products, like UPVC is a traditional pipe. Then we also have embarked upon manufacturing MPVC pipe, which is a technology pipe. And we are looking forward to do further technology development in our industry.
Flowtech has recently expanded into the manufacture of water tanks.
We have moved into manufacturing of polyethylene tank, which is a very successful project. And we've also started manufacturing the fittings, the connectors that goes with PVC pipe. So we have diversified into these 2 products as well. And it is our intention to keep growing this business and keep bringing on new products as we go forward.
Today, Flowtech's factories in Botswana and South Africa are accredited with International Organization for Standardization. But they do admit that establishing a manufacturing company came with a set of challenges.
When we started in 1998 as a PVC pipe manufacturer, the biggest challenge that we could see is to get South African Bureau of Standard approval. Without having South African Bureau Standard marked pipe, we could not sell pipes in Botswana or in any other part of South Africa. So to get SABS approval was the major challenge in 1998. It took us about 6 to 8 months to get SABS approval.
When Flowtech commenced operations in 1998, PVC pipe manufacturing was new to Botswana and skills were scarce. But through the assistance of the Botswana Investment and Trade Center, Flowtech was assisted to set up and acquire the necessary permits for expatriate workers to start up and do skills transfer.
The other challenge that we had is that the skills were not available. So because there is no such industry in Botswana and we had to import the skills, obviously we were always blessed with BITC's support, and they helped us bringing the skills in.
The issue of work and residence permits has come up a number of times as a bottleneck to investment. I would like to assure investors and potential investors who are looking at Botswana as a destination of investment, we facilitate for them to get the authorizations within the shortest possible time. We have liaison officers stationed at various offices of the Ministry of Labour and Home Affairs, whose responsibility is to issue permits to investors within the shortest possible time.
Botswana has a relatively small population of just over 2 million people. And with this in mind, Flowtech realized the need to use Botswana's strategic positioning within the region to find new markets and sell their product. 70% of Flowtech's products are exported to neighbors South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, as well as Tanzania.
Botswana is a very small market for such industry. So we had to find the export options as we went on. And we kept on expanding our capacity. And the only reason we could expand this big is because we have now South African SACU market, plus we have SADC market as well.
The absence of foreign exchange controls in Botswana has made it easy for companies such as Flowtech and other manufacturers to operate in Botswana and still be able to invest within the region.
From the market point of view, Botswana is very strategically placed. On the northern side, we have got Zambia and Zimbabwe. That is our market where we've been supplying. From this strategic point, I would say it's a good destination because Namibia, South Africa, Botswana, Zambia and Zimbabwe are the nearby countries where you can easily send your goods if the market is in those regions.
The government has never had pressure to increase revenues or fiscus through form of tax, and that has led to us being a low tax environment relative to our peers within the region. Corporate tax rate in this country is 22%. And sectors that are being incentivized by government actually pay only a corporate tax rate of only 15%. So that would be manufacturing, financial services, and other areas. So we compare favorably from a tax point. I mean, if you compare with our peers, our neighbors, you'll find that they have much higher effective tax rates. We have no foreign exchange controls within Botswana. The significance of that is investors can freely move in their capital and freely repatriate their capital should they choose to disinvest. If the investment is a going concern, they are free to repatriate all the profits that they make, whether it's in the form of dividends, even things such as interest, royalties, etc., etc., etc. So that gives you a level of comfort in your ability to have access to your funds as and when you require to do so. There are very few countries in Africa who have actually liberalized completely foreign exchange controls.
Land is made available to potential manufacturing investors through the facilitation of Botswana's Investment and Trade Center. Government has set aside more than 5,000 hectares for the sector. Further sweetening the deal for future investors are tariff exemptions and concessions on imported inputs for manufacturing goods. Flowtech is an example of how investors take advantage of these opportunities to grow their businesses into regional powerhouses.
70% of our products are exported into the region. and Southern Africa is our market. From the size point of view, also we fall in first 3 manufacturers in Southern Africa. We might be second or we might be third in terms of size. So yes, we are quite very well placed in terms of our production capacity versus our market.
The question often asked is, how can Botswana keep its sparkle without its diamonds? Botswana is trying to reduce its dependence on diamond mining, and part of the answer to that is through developing a strong manufacturing sector, because it plays an irreplaceable role in driving economic growth and development.
Manufacturing, again, intelligently, we're looking at how we can create, play within the global value chains in manufacturing. We are right next door to a sizably large manufacturing base in the form of South Africa. And there's a number of opportunities that arise in terms of manufacturing components and that feed into that manufacturing base. We're looking actively at that. And this is over and above looking at opportunities under the economic diversification drive, which is a policy that the government is now advancing, where we're looking at ways of actually manufacturing a lot of the products that we actually import into this country, and over time use that as a base to grow an export base into the region.
The recent drop in diamond revenues as a result of the global economic downturn acted as a sharp reminder of the country's diamond dependence and vulnerability to market fluctuations. From me, Penyo Moroka, join me again next week for another edition of Doing Business in Botswana.